Hello, I'm BMillzebub and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing something a little different for today. I'm going to be baking. That's something that clearly doesn't really fit all that much on my channel, but screw it. I figure I want to do something a little different today. So I'm going to go get everything ready, and while I do that, enjoy my lovely intro. Alright, so the way I've always done this, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a big ass knife. You are going to need a cutting board, a cookie tray, but probably most importantly, you're going to need a big ass pumpkin. Or, I mean, this is a medium one. But, yeah, so let's get this sucker cut up. Alright, so top has been taken off. Now all I have to do is gut the insides, then I can actually get into chopping the sucker up. So alright, now that we have it all nice and hollowed out, nothing left in there, not much left in there, it's time to chop this sucker up. So we are coming back to the handy big ass knife, and before we get into chopping this sucker up, you are using a big, sharp, hopefully sharp knife. Be careful with it. Don't hurt yourself, okay? I know you're all adults and this shouldn't have to be said, but hey, today's crazy world, who the hell knows? Alright, now you should have all the skin chopped off your pumpkin and ready to fill this cookie tray up with a little bit of water to make sure that you don't burn it while you bake it, because you don't actually want to just mash up the pumpkin right away. You want to and make the pie that way. It'll not end well. You want to bake it at 350 degrees, I think. Sounds about right. With water, pretty well filled up. So let's head to the kitchen and do just that. Okay, so turns out you actually only need it to be 325 degrees in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead, get the sucker preheated, throw them in, and take them out every 10 minutes or so. See how mashable they are, and then we are going to mash the crap out of the pumpkin. Alright, it's time to take the pumpkin out of the oven. It's actually been 50 minutes, not 10, so yeah, I miscalculated pretty big on that one. But now you're going to want, I don't know, you could honestly do it with a fork, but I have a potato masher, so I'm going to take advantage of that, and a bowl to mix all this stuff up in. So let's turn off the oven and get the pumpkin out, shall we? Now bear in mind, there's water in the cookie tray. So be very careful to not burn yourself here, because hospital trips aren't a lot of fun. Been to hospitals too many times for doing stupid shits, so don't repeat my mistakes. But grab yourself a spatula and actually show you what I'm doing here. Say hello to Bailey. He smells terrible, don't you? All right. Just scoop up the pumpkin, dump it in there. Now you're supposed to use 15 ounces of pumpkin, I think, is what it is. But I don't have batteries for my scale, and honestly, I don't even know where my scale's at. So I'm just going to use a crap load of pumpkin. Now, this is actually probably going to be enough for 2 pumpkins or pumpkin pie recipes here. So I'm going to go ahead and make more than one. All right, so actually, here we go. I'm gonna get this all good and mashed up. And since I don't want all this excess water in here, I'm gonna drain it off and be right back to you. All right, we're back, and I've given the pumpkin a little bit more of a smashing. I'm not gonna likely get rid of all the excess water, but it's all right. We'll make do. All right, so we need to get the oven heated up to 425 degrees, and I'm gonna go ahead and put all the stuff together. All right, now since I am doubling the recipe, which you can find linked down below, it's quite a simple one, there's not a whole lot to it, I'm gonna start adding stuff in. Alright, I'm going to be the first to admit, this is not perfectly smooth like the recipe says it should be. It's going to be possibly a little stringy when the pie is finally done, but I don't care so much about that. So let's get this poured into the crusts. Alright, yes, pre-baked or pre-made. I know, cheating a little bit. Not going to try to deny that, but don't really care. So let's go ahead and get this done. Stir it up a little more because it's had a couple minutes to sit. All right. Now that's done. It's time to throw these in the oven because it has definitely preheated by now. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this in the oven for 15 minutes. Then we're going to reduce to 350 degrees from 425. And we're going to let it bake for another 35 or 40 minutes after that. So let's see how this all turns out, shall we? See you in 15 minutes. All right, by now the pie should all be done. So, yeah, been about 35 minutes. Let's pull them out of the oven and see how they turned out. And yes, the oven mitts are pigs. Deal with it. Tell me that doesn't look good. I dare you. Feast your eyes, everybody. Unfortunately, I can't share any of it with you because, well, none of you are here. But I'm going to let these cool off for a little while. Figure out something to do with the cats so they don't eat these for me. I'd be pretty upset if they did, but it looks like it turned out really well. So I'm going to give these a bit to cool off and come back. All right, everybody, it's the moment of truth. Let's well, before I dig in, let's I mean, it looks delicious. It's nice and not sure what the word is for this, but it looks good. Still nice and a little warm. So let's yeah, let's do the part where we eat this thing because I've been looking forward to this since I started making it. This is good. I like this. I'm happy with the results. Once again, you can find the link to the recipe down in the description box below. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. God, that's good. If you feel so inclined to help me out, consider supporting me on Patreon, also linked below, for monthly patron-only live streams, or perhaps consider getting me something from my Amazon wish list. Every little bit helps, and every little bit is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, linked below, to keep up with all my comings and goings, and join my Discord for a chance to talk to yours truly. Take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one. I'm so happy with how this turned out.